You count us down, folks. I'm right here in Casa de Bun.
This is where the magic happens.
We just did Cave Con.
Yes, we did.
So I'm in beautiful, scenic Springfield, Missouri, which until this weekend I did not realize that Springfield is amazing because I'd only ever been to your house.
Thanks, asshole.
No, your house is great.
Thanks.
Wow,
I've only ever seen you before.
No.
I never knew that other human beings were decent and nice.
No, I like your house a lot, obviously. But when you drive from Kansas City straight down and go directly to your neighborhood, all I see is a bunch of brick houses.
Yeah.
But this weekend we were downtown, and I got to see beautiful downtown Springfield, and I got to go to a couple bars and a couple delicious restaurants. And
yeah, downtown Springfield's really nice. It's a good place.
And you put on a fantastic con with Comic Cave.
Yeah, if I look super tired, it's because I am, in fact, incredibly tired right now. But we had to bring you, this is our redemption episode to show that we were not drunken idiots all the time.
Just for that one meal.
Just that one meal, we were drunken idiots. Yeah, so we just completed Cave Con, super successful, I think.
It was great.
We haven't run numbers yet, but I think it seemed like everybody had a great time, and all the artists and creators had a great time, and all the vendors had a great time. So, in that respect, at least, it was obviously a success.
It looked exhausting for you.
Yes, this is the hardest I've worked at a convention in a long time.
It's funny, you talk so much shit on me not being at my table, but then because you had so many duties, I think I was at my table more than you were.
Maybe, although let's go ahead and put it out there. So I walked into the convention the first day, and Dennis walks by in a leather jacket. He's like, "I'm here." I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. Dennis is here. He's set up. He's going to prove everybody wrong." And then I didn't see you again until well after lunchtime.
It wasn't well after lunchtime. I got there at 12:15.
I'm not so sure. It was late.
And that was not my fault. Every restaurant I went to in Springfield was delicious, and it took an hour and a half to bring me my food. So we went to lunch, and it took forever.
I just know I went up. We had like a little area where we had some barbecue for our guests and stuff. And I remember saying, if Dennis Hopeless shows up here, he hasn't shown up at the convention yet, but he comes up here to eat this barbecue, I instructed the security staff to punch you in the throat. And this one dude was like, "Can I really do it?" And I was like, "Yes, I just said you can." No one would have punched you in the throat. And yes, you were probably at your table more than I was this time around.
I was at my table a lot.
But I was at the convention. People could still find
you were there plenty. You just said, a lot of other things. People kept asking things of you.
Yeah, it's the most I've ever run at it's the most I've ever had to be on the move while I was actually trying to sign. And it might have been a mistake to try to set up a booth and help run the convention. I think next year
it might have been a mistake to start a comic convention. Not because it wasn't successful, because it looks like a lot of fucking work.
Josh Roberts, who is the coordinator of the convention, and I saw him on Friday night when we were setting up, and I walked up and I said, "Josh, I got a question for you." And he said, "Is it why the fuck did we start a convention?" I said, "Yes, that's it."
Yeah, it looked like a lot of work.
It's hard.
Everybody had fun.
It's interesting because we learned a lot of stuff because there was a CrossFit team that was also putting on an event and taking up all our parking spots, and we're according to some reports being rude to some of our guests and our attendees, which I don't like.
Shame.
Yeah, it's a shame. And there was an Oktoberfest
across the street,
which a lot of people liked because they went and go got beers and
It was with our badge. For some reason, it was cheaper to get into Oktoberfest if you were at the con.
Really?
Yeah. So instead of $10, it was $5 to get in, and you could buy 20 drink tickets, 5 drink tickets for $20. You got $4 beers once you're in there, which is not that cheap. We're in Missouri, but I had a lot of beer over there. That's why I was so much fun in that video.
I didn't realize that I didn't go over to the Oktoberfest. I didn't realize any of that. That all sounds great.
They made it cheaper. I don't know why. I don't know why they decided.
That's why you were so much fun in the video?
That's why I was drunk.
Okay. I was so much fun because right before I shot that video, I had been with Brian Quinn, Brian Johnson, and Ming Chen, and they were filming a Space Monkeys podcast. And they invited me to come up and join them at Space Monkeys. And apparently someone in the audience, the Space Monkeys podcast, kept sending shots of Jameson up, like Jameson after Jameson after Jameson, and I don't. First of all, shots are such a terrible idea
for a grown adult.
Yeah,
it's just drink it.
They're the worst. I don't get messed up unless I'm drinking a shot. It seems like a shot's always involved in some way.
Yeah,
and those shots of Jameson were off. I mean, they were delightful, but it was a bad idea, especially when you're on a podcast and they're talking to me about what my favorite porn to watch is, and that's what we have to do here is start really getting into the weeds and start talking. I sit down and they're like, so tell us what's your porn browser history? What's it read?
That's why we're sober when we do this.
Yeah,
so that I can reel that back in. I'm playing with a mad ball right now. In case you're curious, I tend to fidget.
I can't remember. I think his name is Dust Brain.
He's fun.
Were you a Madball fan?
I was, but I didn't know their names. I'm enough younger than you that I didn't have all of the backstory to a lot of these toys. Earlier, Colin did an amazing, 20-minute dissertation on Mothra and Batra, the Godzilla villains, because he has these really cool tools. I guess it's a visual medium here. I could be showing you.
We should bring him in, but we didn't because there's a house full of people.
Yeah, he's currently hosting an after party in the other room.
Yes, but we decided this was more important to come and talk to all of you. But we just wanted to do a quick video. We're going to get back on with what's our next topic going to be?
I think we should do a process one this next week because we've both been so busy. We've been kind of just turning on a camera and talking. But
we got to actually think about how we do things.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to talk about process next time. Yes. That sounds exciting for a video channel.
No, it's weird, and it's probably because I'm in Springfield and you're here. Colin Bunn is the king of Springfield. I don't know if you know that. But everybody who came up to my table said, "Oh, Missouri Swagger!" Even if they didn't know my books. Normally, it's like Spider Woman or whatever. But,
well, let's talk about your shirt.
Yes. Ronnie the Bear.
Right. Yeah. So we were gifted with these Missouri Swagger T-shirts. I'm only not wearing mine right now because I wore it all day, and I had to change clothes at the end of the convention because
we had a bunch of stuff to do.
Well, I had to carry hundreds of boxes. But yeah, Ronnie. I like what Ronnie the Bear.
It's from Wizard People, dear reader, which is it's the guy. I'm not gonna remember his other stuff he did, but the guy did a audiobook where he watches the first Harry Potter movie and then just makes up what it is. But he sort of knows the characters' names, and he calls Ron Weasley Ronnie the Bear.
Oh, all right.
So that's why I call him. So Ronnie, your friend Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie, our friend
Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Have I ever met him in person until this weekend?
I don't know. I've met him several times. So I don't know how many
you
times
have, but I don't know that I've ever met him.
Maybe not. Anyway, Ronnie Barron helped put these shirts together for us. They are available online. And we will put we'll make sure we put a link. I don't have it right now in front of me, but we'll put a link to where you can buy your own Missouri Swagger. This iteration of the Missouri Swagger T-shirts, we'll put a link where you can get them in the description.
As I've said before, our goal with this is to get your money to our pockets. So what we will do is make lots of T-shirts that you can buy, and we will make only a small print run of each one so that they'll be collectible. And then later we'll sell you the older ones.
It bothers me that you just want to use this to make money and promote. Yes. I want to share and talk and enjoy the company of our viewers. This is all about money.
Well, I just thought it was a matter of course.
Sorry, guys. I accidentally left this copy of Harrow County, the library editions, which are coming out next month. I'm sorry I left that here where we could all see it, and I feel like it's just a blatant promotional item with this gorgeous hardcover.
Tell us more about it.
It is. Well, this collects. It comes out in October. So this month, is it October? Starting tomorrow. It comes out sometime this month. And it collects, I think, each hardcover collects 2 paperback trades. Look how gorgeous it is.
And the amazing artist of that, Tyler Crook, is in the other room.
He's in the other room. And look at this. It has an awesome dust jacket. And when you open the dust jacket, it's even more awesome. It's like, surprise, it's Cammy. But no, I didn't mean to leave this in the
hate to do that
right in there.
I never had my books sitting
it's a $40 hardcover. Super
steal
cheap
at twice the price.
A steal for such a beautiful edition, but I didn't want to. Sorry, I left it there, folks. I apologize. And let's get back to chastising Dennis for wanting to do nothing but make money and promote ourselves.
Make all the money. That's the goal.
I fell out of. Look how pretty I am without my hat on. Look how pretty I am.
Good. I mean, you're sitting next to me. It always helps.
I like that someone at the convention today came up and said, they grabbed me on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, man, oh, you've been working out, haven't you?" I was like, yes,
You're a specimen.
Yeah, I've been working out.
You have. You've been lifting books, carrying them around.
Well, yes, that's just it. I was lifting books. I was just, but
I ate an entire bag of candy corn today. So I've been doing
you were begging people to eat that candy corn.
It was the worst decision I ever made to buy that
candy corn. This time of year, candy corn, I think, is the devil. Because, yeah, you put a bag of candy corn out, and I'm going to eat it constantly. And I don't even like candy corn that much, but I'll just eat it just because it's there.
I had this conversation with several people today. Candy corn, I think because of Halloween, because you want a Snickers bar in Halloween in your trick-or-treat bag. You don't want candy corn. So it has created this illusion in people's head that candy corn is bad. It's not bad, it's just cheap. Yeah. Like, it tastes like honey. So it's like chewable honey pellets, and it's fine. It's not as good as the Milky Way, but it also costs a lot less than the Milky Way.
How the hell do you go straight to Milky Way?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, no. Milky Ways are Three Musketeers. Those are the worst candy bar, right?
Yes. I like Snickers now. When I was a kid, I didn't like nuts, so Snickers was, I didn't like care for it. Weirdly, in high school, I stopped eating chocolate as a means of losing weight because I work eating disorder. Well, it did on some level work because my girlfriend's mom had double stuffed Oreos in the kitchen 100% of the time, and I definitely gained 10 pounds when I was 16 just eating those. But so I switched to Paydays. Because Paydays is the only candy bar.
Do you think that your girlfriend's mom was trying to fatten you up so your girlfriend wouldn't be interested in you anymore?
No, I mean, she did work on breaking us up eventually.
That was her plan. She's like, but I'm just gonna keep chocolate around. Dennis will
she also always had a tray of fudge.
Yeah, we got to the bottom of this. She had no interest in you dating her daughter, and she's like, I know that if I tell her she can't date him, she's only gonna want to date him more. Awesome. But if I give him all the fudge, and
she did that a lot of fudge in that fridge.
He just picks her up for a date, and his face is coated in chocolate and Oreo crumbs. The Oreos are stuck in his teeth.
She's gonna break Oreos. They were double stuffed. Yeah. Like, I didn't eat double stuffed Oreos at 16 years old.
You couldn't afford them. That's a rich man's cookie. It's the double stuffed cookie.
They had a cookie jar. It was always full. It's like she would replace the cookies that I ate the day before.
She answers the door, you're like, "Hi, Mrs. So-and-so, I'm here to pick up your daughter." It's like, "Oh, come in, Dennis. Here's have a cookie and a ho-ho."
We were just always there.
Have a Twix.
We were just always there. You know what? Also, every time we left the house, she'd give Allison $20 to eat out. This woman was definitely trying to turn me into a slave.
We have come to the bottom of this relationship. See, if you'd have known me back then, you would have been able to
fix it up. Yeah. Well, I just stopped eating chocolate. But anyway, for a long time, the only candy bar I could eat was a Payday, which is a weird candy bar.
They're delicious.
They are good, but they look bad. Like, as a small child, you're like, that one doesn't have chocolate on it. It's all nutty.
Yeah.
But they're really good.
They're good. Zero bars are good. I used to like the Zero bars.
Have the Zero bar.
They're white. I don't know if I guess white
candy bar is white.
Yeah, the candy bar is white.
Does it have a black wrapper?
No, it has a silver wrapper.
Okay. Oh yeah. With blue.
Right? Yeah, with blue wrapper. Gotcha. All right, so we've talked about candy bars tonight. We come to the bottom of Dennis's break.
High school girlfriend, mother, was trying to fatten me up for the slaughter.
Yeah, I like this story. That's a good. I'm glad we know it.
You got to tell folks you are in for a treat. Oh, wait, that's my turn. Damn, it's
your turn. I don't know what you wanted me to tell.
Well, I'm not going to set it up because I'll make you tell it next time.
All right, I'll tell it next time, whatever it is.
Wait, this is episode 11, right? We didn't say it at the beginning.
I think it's official episode 11.
Yeah, we did a little ones.
Yeah.
All right, tell them.
You got to tell the story.
I didn't have one because I thought you were going to tell that thing.
Sorry, I don't even know what I was supposed to tell, but
I'll tell you about Dog Patch.
All right.
I don't know what Dog Patch is technically in Arkansas, but for some reason, my father's cousins, who are from Arkansas, own a Lil Abner themed theme park in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas called Dog Patch. And it was because Dog Patch is the name of the town.
Is it still open?
Well,
all right, let's hear the story. Okay. I'm sorry.
So when I was a kid, like a really little, like 2 or 3, we went down, and there's pictures, like cute pictures of me on like the log ride and all that shit. And And then I believe in the late 90s or somewhere around then, it fell into disrepair. And it became one of those urban, what's it called, where people go like inside old malls and stuff. So it's like the hillbilly version of seeing an old decrepit mall where you can go to Dogpatch and see this theme park that's all overgrown. Or whatever. And yeah, that was owned by my dad's family. So there's like the Shmoo, is that what's called? What's the thing called that looks like a
Shmoo?
Yeah.
He has whiskers. He's white. He's a change shape or something. Yeah, he has the Shmoo.
So yeah, my family somehow in a Little Abner business, which Little Abner, if you don't know, is a weird, like probably 30s and 40s comic strip about a strapping young idiot boy, like sort of a Jethro from Beverly Hillbillies character who lived in a small town with a bunch of poor people during the Depression. And there was like a Daisy May sort of character. And then there was a weird, like very male genital looking creature called the Shmoo who would.
He ended up showing up on He ended up being on the Flintstones for a while. There was the Shmoo.
Why on earth?
I don't know.
They combined it.
They combined it.
Anyway, so yeah, at some point my family ran a strange hillbilly theme park that later became an internet phenomenon because it went out of business and it got overgrown, and people would go in there and look at the terrifying after Earth or after humans.
Do you think maybe there's some paperwork somewhere that says you own it and we could like revitalize it as Missouri Swaggerland? We wouldn't do anything to repair it or make it nicer. We just go serve there drinks
and ride these rides of killing.
Yes, and we'd put like an above ground swimming pool. People could swim in that.
Above ground swimming pool, definitely.
Yes, and Missouri. I think we'd make it. That's where your money is, not on this. It's Missouri Swaggerland.
That's a great idea.
All right,
I love it.
We'll start working on it. We'll work on that.
So
we should go tour it though.
Yeah, supposedly they're going to try and reopen it because
Is Missouri Swaggerland?
Well, no, they don't know that yet. You just came up. How could they possibly?
All right. Well, we should go tour it. If there's a way we could get to see it, we should go see it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And record it.
It's weird to me because I've been there. So like the trash cans that are shaped like Shmoo or Shmoo, Shmoo. He served me a drink right before this, so my words are slurring more than usual.
Not more than last night.
No.
All right.
That was rough stuff. At one point in the video last night, if you watch the video from the restaurant where we're drunk, it'll be real obvious. You turn the camera away to show everyone else, and I snatched a chip, and you turn it back. So at the end of the video, I'm like trying to get potato chip.
You're like, this one's for you, Allison. I'm not wrong.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, folks.
Yeah, thank you. If you like the video, please hit the little like button, subscribe, tell your friends and enemies.
Yes.
And
we want iTunes reviews on the audio version. We read some of those this weekend, and apparently people don't like me. Believe it or not.
It was funny because you read this review to me, and I can't remember what it said, but it said, I love watching Pelham.
Said they didn't remember my name. They called me your little sidekick. It said I didn't remember your name.
My little sidekick, Dennis. And what was funny is you shared that with me. I said, because they said, Cullen, did you write this? And I was like, no, I didn't. And not 5 minutes after you shared it with me, this dude came over and said, hey, did you read my comment? And I was like, which one was it? And he said, well, I said that Dennis was your sidekick, and I didn't know his name. So it was awesome. He was like my hero for the day.
So, yeah, we want those. We want iTunes reviews. We want your money. Let us know if you have any ideas how we could get your money that we haven't thought of yet. Put that in the comments.
That's right.
You can just mail us envelopes. We'll give you a P.O. box if need be.
It'll be in Arkansas. It's the Shmoo land. At the Dogpatch Shmoo land. All right, folks. Thank you so much.